Hi there, I'm Budda and you're watching Dr. Guitar, a show for all you guitarists out there. In today's episode, I'm showing you the Walrus ACS-1 with the brand new firmware update 1.29. Basically, this is an amp cabinet simulator in a pedal format, very compact pedal format, sounding super great. But first of all, let me thank my dear patrons for supporting this show. And of course, if you want to become a patron yourself, just go to the link. It's super simple. You'll be getting early access to episodes, a free video lesson every week, a free backing track every month, and of course, my huge thank you. If you're interested in guitar lessons with me or vocal lessons, you just send me an email or a direct message via Instagram or Facebook, and we'll deal with it from there. And you know you can support the show by contributing to the tip jar on PayPal too. Let's go. Okay, the ACS1, it's basically one of the Mako series, or Mako, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, series by Walrus Audio. I love the Mako series. I have the D1 on my board, and the new version of the D1 is coming, so I will compare them both, and it will probably substitute two of my delay pedals in the bigger board, but that's for another subject. The ACS1 basically has a Fender, a Vox, and a Marshall simulator with a Fender cab, Marshall cab, Vox cab with Blue Alnico simulation, or a Fender Super Reverb cab, a Vox with a greenback or creamback, better yet, and a Marshall 412 cabinet. So you have 6 cabinets, 3 different amps. Really great. The sound you heard in the intro was me playing through ACS1 and my pedal board, which is down here. I was using the Strymon Flint reverb, the Broadcast Hudson Broadcast distortion, the Gem pedals, Harmonious Monk, and of course the D1 Mako as a delay. Let's hear it. I'm filming the pedal, but it's not very important, because basically you store 3 different presets and it works like any Mako series. So when you press down to switch, it goes from red, green, and blue. So I pre-stored 3 different combinations. I'll go for the red, which is basically a deluxe reverb with a 112 cabinet. Clean guitar. Let me take off the reverb. And the basic controls are bass, middle, and treble like any amp, volume and gain, and the room. The room really affects the tone of the amp, because it can catch you inside of a room. It's really useful when you're playing through in-ears, and to not have that strange vacuum sound. So it gives you a little ambience. If I exaggerate it, all the way up. Now it's compressing a little too hard, so let me back off the gain and boost the volume. And I was telling you, it doesn't really matter where the knobs are, because they are stored, so they might be in a different position, stored in a different position from what you see. So when you see the purple LED here, means I'm not in a saved preset. So I changed the preset. Let's hear it. So I'll save it. I like it more. How do I save it? By pressing down the two knobs and holding. They blink red. It means it's saved. Okay, so I have my deluxe reverb sound, which then can handle pedals. Stereo reverb. Stereo delay. And it sounds really great. Just for you to have a comparison, I'm plugging it into my Apollo 8P, Universal Audio Apollo 8P, with two 1073 plug-in emulation, but barely just giving me gain, like if I was recording an amp with two amp setup. So here's the clean tone on neck pickup. Here's without the amp simulator. Okay, we can now go to a different preset. I saved a Marshall preset on the green channel. So here's my Marshall, my clean Marshall. It doesn't overdrive a lot, but we can use the Miesniaks by Guedes to give it a little more pump. A little slapback from the D1 Mako. And then we have the blue side, which was the one I started in. This is where the beauty of the ACS1 starts, to me at least. Because you have this toggle switch here labeled L plus R, which means left and right. So you can decide, you can have the same amp, which is what has been happening till now, the same amp going into the left and to the side. So it's like having two amps exactly the same. Or you can tweak the left side and the right side, not only tweak the EQ and gain on the left and the right, and the room, all the parameters in each amp, but you can decide to have different amps on different sides and different speakers on different sides. So on the blue side, I have a deluxe reverb on my left side, a Vox AC30 on my right side, which is a great combination for me. So here it is, just the amps. So compare it to just the deluxe reverb. And now we have the same setup as I usually use live. Mid-rangey amp and a scoopier amp, like a Fender type of amp, a British type of amp on each side, and you have a huger tone, a bigger tone. Let's hear, for example, big delay, reverb, and drive. just a big slap back. So you can see the applications are immense, but the thing is, it feels and sounds really great for a pedal and an amp simulator. I never was a fan of pedal simulators or amp simulators, but it makes a lot of sense to me. The only way, or the two ways I would use this would be as a spare on an emergency situation where my amps go down, and at least I have a spare signal going into the PA system, and I can finish the show. Or, for example, here in the studio, recording 2 amps, but then going parallel to this pedal and recording a 3rd and 4th line of amps. So I have my mic'd up amps, but I also have this tone, and you can have it blended in with your real amp, or just use this. Or if you want to record like I do here in the room with no amp sound, you can go to this and record the guitar through this, playing here in the room, but no noise from your guitar amp. So recording silently or record at night, whatever. It's a great tool. I was never a fan of amp simulations, but this thing is getting really, really great, faster and faster. And this firmware updates really make it sound like a cool amp. It's not like a full amp in a pedal, because it doesn't have the overdrive that you expect from a Marshall, but it has the reaction and the feel that you expect from a clean to on the edge of breakup amp, and then you do the rest with the pedals. Really love it. But please let me know in the comments what you think about the pedal, if you like it, if you have other suggestions for the same vibe of thing. Thanks a lot. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, you can become a patron, getting early access to episodes, a free video lesson every week, and a free backing track every month. But you can also contribute to the tip jar on PayPal, and you'll be helping the channel. And if you're interested in guitar lessons or vocal lessons with me, just hit me an email or a direct message via Facebook or Instagram, and we'll deal with it from there. Hope you liked it. I'm really curious to hear your comments. See you next week. Bye-bye.